Good morning, good morning. Miss Caroline Baker, good morning. Miss Joyce Brewer, good morning, dear. I like the earrings with the big loops. Hey, I like those. Mr. Payon, sir, out in Japan, good morning, sir. Miss Jones, part of the crew team out in South Carolina. Mr. Daryl Ransom, good morning, sir. Mr. Casey Carter, I see you guys got your ring. I see you got your ring. Lakers, Laker. Mr. Dave Carver, the professor's entering in. Mr. Bill Howard, good morning, sir. Miss Anita Castro, thank you so much for joining in. Eileen in San Diego, good morning, dear. She's always real quiet and smiling. Mr. Ed Navarro, the birthday guy from yesterday, good morning, sir. Happy birthday. Mr. Marvin Carter, Regional Director, we thank you so much from Fresno. Miss Castro from Phoenix, Arizona. Miss Alexander, thank you so much for joining the call today, young lady. Natalie, good morning. Miss Tracy Gilmore, part of the Baker Organization, good morning. Hey, Chris McDowell, good morning, sir. And Zoe, part of the Baker Organization. Mr. David DeWhite, good morning, sir. There's my favorite school teacher, Miss Dominique Young, out there in Nashville, Tennessee. Mr. Julian Lewis, Regional Director from the San Diego area, the fastest growing organization there in California. Miss Marcia Carter, good job you did yesterday on the 1 through 10, introducing our guest speaker, Mr. Harrison Mills. And good morning, Mr. Mills. Good morning. Natasha Ismail, Regional Director out of Fresno. Wonderful lady, wonderful job, wonderful. Mr. Winston Herbert, good morning, sir. How you doing? Miss Konohara over in Japan, good morning. Oh, it's good evening for you. That's right, it's evening. Thank you so much. Mr. Brian Baker, the bakery, over 1 billion, million, trillion served in Las Vegas. Good morning, sir. Wow, Mr. Al Randolph in Oakland, California. Mr. Dwayne, good morning, sir. Freddie Sherman, good morning, sir. Miss Evelyn Phibbs, Regional Director in the Fresno area. Everybody keep her in prayer. She had a member of the family had just suffered. So we thank Miss Evelyn for even being on the call today. Thank you, dear. And we will hear from her next week. She's got one of the calls lined up for us. Thank you. Miss Jocelyn Driscoll, Regional Vice President Platinum. Thank you so much. And what a wonderful job did she do on Monday. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all go back and look at it. She did a wonderful job on Monday. Melissa Vaughn, good morning, dear. Thank you for being on the call today. Mr. Michael Jacobs, good morning. And Pat Robinson, you just slipped in right before I was cutting it off this morning. So we got you to be the last person to say good morning to. Well, good morning, Saints. Good morning, IBOs. Good morning, people from around the globe, around the world. We got people in Canada, also in Australia on this morning, as well as Japan. Wow, I love it doing international calls. This young man is amazing. He's ready to go. Matter of fact, he said last weekend was just a warm up for him. And he's the head of the Wolfpack. That was the first group that he brought in the business. He got started when he was the right young age of 20 years old. He fell in love with the idea of network marketing. Hold on a second. I got a call coming in. He's 20 years old. When he got started, he was working at Applebee's. Yeah, Applebee's. Go figure. Hey, Applebee's got people at hamburger places that come in and do great. Matter of fact, October 27th, he doesn't know, October 27th, that's right, in a couple weeks, will be a 7-year anniversary in ACN. Wow, yes. He has his little 3-year-old will be 3 in November this year, his son. He's a great dad to his son. He's 27 years old. He's on track to be one of the youngest SVPs in ACN's history. Without further ado, coming from Baltimore, Maryland, he might be in Houston, Texas, back and forth. The one, the only, Mr. Shakeel Cooper. Let's give him a hand. Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Cooper.
Good morning. Can you hear me, Kenny?
Man, whoa, look at you, man. Looking all distinguished over there. I like that jacket cut.
Thank you. I just got to Houston a couple of days ago, but I'll be back in Maryland in a few days. But I'm excited to be on this call today. Can you guys hear me clear?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. All
Mr.
yours.
Thomas. Okay, great. So today I was able to put together something for you guys, but before I do go into any information, I do want to play a quick 4 to 5 minute video just to get your mind right and ready before I go into today's information. So hold on 1 second while I share my screen.
Most people are broke. Most people look good, and They spend more than they have coming in. They don't act their wage. They don't live on a plan. They don't agree on spending with their spouse. Their only hope for retirement is that the government, which is well known for its ability to handle money, will take care of them. They don't have money set aside for emergencies. They run credit card debt and student loans and car debt all day, every day. They spend like they're in Congress. Most people are stupid when it comes to money. You're broke, and you're playing their game. They're tracking you. Every movement you make on the web is being followed with web analytics. They know exactly what you're doing. Listen, this is not a conspiracy theory. They are better at marketing than you are at living your life, and they're selling you so much crap, you're broke. 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. The bankruptcy rate is at an all-time high, and foreclosures are rising again. Credit card debt continues to climb, and we have $1 trillion in student loan debt out there. The average car payment in America today now is $496 over 84 months. That's stupid. Normal in America is broke and stupid. You don't want to be normal. You want to be weird. When the culture has lost its way, the best thing you can do is be opposite. Figure out whatever they're doing and do the other thing, right? Because you're only going to get what they're getting when you do what they're doing. This is not hard to figure out. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. You do reap what you sow. You live in a cause and effect world, baby. There's no way around this. So your goal, when I went broke, I realized my goal is to be weird. My goal is to be different. And personal finance is 80% behavior. It's only 20% head knowledge. So this is not some math formula that you got a problem with. This is a person in your mirror. I figured out if I can make the guy in my mirror behave, he can be skinny and rich. He's got issues. And once we realize that behavior is what causes people to handle their money poorly or handle it well, then what we've got to decide is our behaviors. And if you have the same behaviors as broke people have, when it comes to money, you're going to have the same results broke people have. You're just going to be another broke person. And some of you are making $250,000 a year and you're broke. You got no money at all. You got a mess. Loans coming out your ears. Can't breathe. You run like a rat in a wheel, have a heart attack and die and wonder what happened. This is no way to live. Buying things you can't afford with money you don't have to impress people you don't really like. Some of you spend an unbelievable amount of money on a car payment to impress somebody at a stoplight you will never be introduced to. I've been that guy. I've been that shallow where I thought that my car actually mattered to somebody. Give me a break. Nobody gives a rip about your car. Listen, if your self-esteem is so screwed up that you're doing that, then you're going to struggle with money. You're normal. You need to decide, I don't care what other people think, and I'm going to be weird. Whatever you're doing with money, I'm going to do the opposite thing. And when you decide that, you'll start winning with money.
So the reason, honestly, why I wanted to start off with that video, because most people, it don't matter how much money you make. If you don't change your habits in life, you're going to be stuck in the same situation that you've always been in. So when I got involved in this ASIN opportunity about almost 7 years ago, you know, I was just like everyone in that video the guy was talking about, Mr. Dave Ramsey. You know, I was worrying about the cars to impress people I didn't know or I didn't even care about. And I was just putting myself in a deep, deep hole. So what I love about this ASIN opportunity was that it gave me the opportunity after I messed up in life, I was able to change it by changing my habits. And one of the things that I really got great at was becoming a builder. And when you become a builder, there's two types of systems that you can build. And number one, you can build either a system-driven business or you can build a people-driven business. So once I seen that, you know, if you create a system-driven business, your life can change forever. And what will happen is that this will allow your team to grow into the thousands and then to the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it'll create an infrastructure of meetings, presentations, trainings, and all of those things should already be set in place for your team to plug into. And the reason why you want to do that, because it's predictable, relatable, and effective. So to go into the training, I want to talk about the ants philosophy. So most people see ants all the time, right? But what you don't understand is that those little creatures are some of the hardest working people in the world. But what I love about those is, just think about it, right? Have you ever watched ants, right? The little bugs are rather admirable. They have the ability to target exactly where they're going and find a way to get there. But if you place a block between them and their goals, and they decide the obstacle is too large to overcome and turn back around, no, it doesn't matter what you try to do to block their path. They will always find a way. And that's how the mindset that you have to have in this business. You have to think like an ant. Why? Because ants are relentless and they're unstoppable. And you have to have the same mindset in this business, because as you continue to go into your journey, you're going to have obstacles that get in your way. You're going to have people that try to block your dreams and things like that. But you have to be like an ant and just go over it, go under it, do whatever it takes to get to your goals. And from there, you got to understand that ants never quit. Listen, if they're headed somewhere and you try to stop them, they'll look another way. They'll climb over it. They'll climb under it. They'll climb around it, and they'll keep looking for another way. And the lesson that I learned from that is to never quit looking for a way to get out of where you're supposed to go. Meaning that no matter how hard it is, no matter what you're going to go through, just no matter what you're dealing with, you have the opportunity to change that. You have the opportunity to say, you know what? I might not have all the money I need right now. I might not have all the tools. I might not have all the materials. I might not have everything that I need right now to become successful. But if I just keep going and I just never quit and I just never give up, I one day can get there. From there, and think winter or summer, meaning that, most people, they only work hard when they need something. They don't work hard in the summertime. Why? Because in the summertime, it's nice outside. People want to party. People want to have fun. People spend more money in the summertime. They want to go to the beach. But then when wintertime comes around, they regret that they wasted so much time and energy all summer not making money. And now all winter, you're spending your time working hard. So what ants do is that they gather all of their winter food in the middle of the summer, meaning that you are supposed to work hard in the middle of the summer. You're supposed to work hard the season before the following season. So if you plan on, having a great winter, you got to work hard during the summertime. If you plan on having a great spring, you got to work hard in the wintertime. If you plan on having a great summer, you have to work in the springtime. So I always tell people it's important to be realistic and think ahead. You always want to work for the season before for the following season. And I've always stuck with that since I've been involved in this company. I remember when I first got involved and they said, the summer times are normally the slowest time because most people are partying, having fun. So what I've always done is that in the summertime, I always turned it up. I always worked harder because I realized that most people are busy, they're having fun. And then what always happened was when the fall and the wintertime came around, my business always blew up. And the reason why, because I didn't wait until the fall time to work hard. I didn't wait until the wintertime. I always work hard the season or seasons before. And basically, I just never stopped working. And the reason why, because just think about it, right? What if you put yourself in the position, let's say you put your head down for 10 years and one day you wake up where you make enough money, where you can do what you want to do, and I'm not there yet where I feel as though I can wake up and do what I want to do whenever I want to do it because I'm not satisfied where I'm at today. So you want to have the same type of mindset and just be realistic about your goals and don't just wait until, bad things happen for you to decide to want to take your business serious. Don't wait until something happens where you need more money. Always work ahead of the game. Always be ahead of the seasons because I promise you it will help you out in the long run. And that's the way network marketers have to be. You have to pick your goal and then be like an ant. As you can see, those little creatures, they pick up food. They'll pick up anything. But more importantly, they work as a unit. They work together. They don't just work by themselves. They work as a team. And they have the mindset of determination. And determination is the common characteristics of all seven-figure earners in network marketing. Don't let the fake stories of luck. There's always going to be stories about people that get involved in the company and they blow up in a couple months, or they blew up and got to the top of the company in a year. And then a couple months after that, you never hear from them again. Every millionaire got there with dedicated work ethic. There's no one that fell on the top of a mountain. It took them hard work, dedication to get there. And it's the same thing for in this business. It's not a get rich quick, but you have to understand that there will take a lot of dedicated work ethic. And if you don't have any type of work ethic, you will not succeed long-term in this business. You know, successful people, they put a blinder on and they keep their heads down and move forward. Just think about a horse racing, right? They don't look left, they don't look right. They have blinders so that they can only focus on directly what's in front of them. And you got to have the same type of mindset, because guess what? I don't care what this person on the left of me is doing. I don't care about the person on the right of me is doing. I don't care what my upline is doing. I just care about me and my business, what's below me, what's going to produce income for my family, and what's going to help my team out. See, I focus on the thing that's going to help me change my life, and more importantly, affect other people to do the same thing also. And as you see, it says, don't believe in luck, believe in hard work. A lot of people believe in getting lucky. They believe in signing up that one person that's going to blow their business up. But you got to understand that if you are not that person where you can lead, you know, those successful people, what's the point of having them in your organization? Because guess what? It's only going to be a certain amount of time before you make money off of them, before they surpass you in the company. From there, with having the ant mentality, what that means is that ants don't seem to get upset when you try to block their path. And that's the same thing with me. Listen, when people try to stop me, I don't care. I don't get mad, because I understand that anytime you're doing something great, you're always going to be held up with opposition. You know, they don't even slow down. They don't listen. They keep charging until they succeed. You know, they just don't stop. They just never give up. And you can go outside and do it today. Go outside your home and, you know, look for some ants and try to put something in front of them, and watch that they try to go around it, they try to go over it, and they're going to continue to do what they got to do to get to where they got to go. So you can do the same thing. Develop the ant mentality. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to stop you. No excuses. Stay dedicated and work as a team. As you can see on the right, you know, that's a big piece of stick, right? But it's taking a handful of ants to pick up the stick and take it to wherever they need to go. But we can agree that the stick is bigger than the ant. But why? Because guess what? They understand that teamwork make the dream work. Together, they can do more. Together, everyone achieves more. But by themselves, they can only do but so much. So you got to understand that you have to think of a team mindset. You know, just think about it, right? You know, the LA Lakers, they just won a championship. But we can agree that LeBron didn't win the championship by himself. He needed a team of people. He needed a team of people to come together for one goal, and the goal was to win big and to win a championship. And that's what happened when great people come together. From there, your mind will play tricks on you. I remind myself daily that there are countless millionaires living their dreams lives because they built their network marketing business and didn't quit. And being involved in this network marketing business, you may feel like you're on a roller coaster. Every day feels like a roller coaster, but you have to remember that this is normal and there's no way around it. You know, you will have mental ups and downs on your journey. You will have some days where you're really excited. You are fired up. You said, I'm going to be a millionaire. And there's some days that you wake up and you don't feel like talking to anyone. Guess what? Those days are normal. Me, myself, I do not like roller coasters, but I've been on a lot of roller coasters. But one thing I learned was keep the bar down. Keep the bar down. And the reason why, because sooner or later, you're going to get to where you're trying to go to. But if you keep the bar down, you be excited. And there's two different types of people that get on roller coasters. There's the people that when the roller coaster's up, they raise their hand and they're excited. And then there's the people like me that just hold on. And I'm just like, I can't wait to get off of the ride. But I know for a fact that if you just enjoy the journey, you will still get to your destination. So you got to think of your business like the Superman ride. If you ever been to Six Flags and you got on a Superman ride, you know, when you're really excited, just think about it, right? You got involved in ACN, you fired up, you're having a lot of success, everything's going good. But then you get to the top and that drop, it hits you. And most people after that drop, they never get back on a roller coaster ever again. And that's the same way with this business. After they go through something in that journey, some ups and downs, they never, ever, ever get back on the roller coaster of ACN. And the reason why, because guess what? They give up. It's hard. And the reason why it's hard, because most people quit anytime they have any type of opposition. People quit when things are hard. People quit when you tell them, hey, you can't do something. Just imagine 2020 and people are still quitting because their friends don't want to support their dreams. Their family don't want to support their dreams. Listen, me personally, I don't care about anybody supporting my dreams. Why? Because they are not going to go out there and build a business that's going to change me and my family life forever. So I don't care what people think about me and my business unless they're helping me get to my journey and my destination. From there, this is normal. If this is going to happen regardless of who you are and how good you are. Listen, you could be a millionaire and get involved in ACN. If you've never done this before, you still will be on a roller coaster. You can be broke. and get involved in this business, you still will be on a roller coaster. But what should you do when that happens? You should immediately call your upline for some inspiration. And the reason why, because you don't want to call your negative, broke friend or your family members or your cousin and talk about the roller coaster in this business, because guess what's going to happen? They will talk you out of it. They're going to tell you, you know what, it's okay. You tried your best. You know, you don't have to continue to do the business if you don't want to. They're going to talk you out of your dream. So I'm always working on my own belief and to keep it strong and just be like this, right? You got to think about it like working out a muscle, right? I don't like to work out too much because I just don't, but I'd rather just eat healthy. But I understood is that the more that you work out, the stronger that you get. The more that you work out your brain, the stronger that your brain gets. So anything that you put work ethic into is going to continue to get strong over and over and over. And it's the same for your business. I feed my brain success stories every single day. See, if you're not looking at successful people and you're not hearing their stories, you're not going to be inspired, because you're not going to understand that every person that's super successful, they've been tested. They've been through ups and downs. They had a lot of losses, but they never give up. And the reason why you have to feed yourself success stories consistently, because we have to, because guess what? You hear so many negative stories about people that quit, people that had success and they quit. And you're like, you know, this person was at the top. Why did they quit? Listen, I don't care, and I don't wonder why people quit. And the reason why, because I've been through so many tough things in my life, and I've never quit. So I never understand why people quit. And I understand that if you just keep going, you never give up, and you have the mindset that no matter what happens, I'm going to get to my destination. You will get to your destination. It's only a matter of time. And just remember that those who solve the biggest problems will cash the biggest paychecks. Let me repeat that again. Just remember that those who solve the biggest problems will cash the biggest paychecks. In ACN, we're paid to solve people problems. Okay, you don't have enough time? Okay, we can help you solve that problem. You don't have enough money? We can help you solve that problem. You want to spend more time with your family? We can solve your problem. This means that if you can handle all of the challenges that your business will throw at you, and if you can turn around and help your team effectively handle the same, you will be wildly successful. Because how can you teach your team to get through fires if you haven't gone through them yourself? How can you teach your peoples, you know, how to get from rock bottom if you haven't been to rock bottom? So the goal is to stay the course and to keep going. The goal is to never give up. The goal is to help each other. The goal is that when you get to the top, you help someone else get to the top. You stay on course and you never give up. Do not look left. Do not look right, but to have the mindset that I'm focused and I don't care what's going on in the world. I only care about what's going on in my world. And the problem is too many people care about what's going on in the White House, but they don't care about what's going on in their house. I don't care about what's going on in the White House. I care about what's going on in my house. So you want to take the time and the effort to go out there and solve big problems. Because when you solve big problems in this world, you get rewarded. Just think about companies like Amazon, right? People don't think Amazon is a company that solves problems, but literally you can get on your phone. You don't never have to leave your home, and you literally can get anything that you want now. Just remember back in the day when shopping online was foreign. You know what? You put in my credit card online. Now you guys have about 10, 20 different credit cards saved on your computer. People are shopping online. These companies figured out a way to say, you know what? People are getting lazy. They don't want to leave their homes no more. If they can order something and we can get it to them in 1 or 2 business days, we just solved the big problem. And guess what happened? When companies like Zoom, just think about it, right? When the coronavirus happened, everyone was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? No events, boom. Zoom said, you know what? We can do webinars online. You don't even have to leave your home no more. I haven't worn a full suit since February of 2020. But I'm still making money from home. How is that possible? Why? Because these companies figured out a way to solve a big problem. What if you invested in Zoom 2 years ago? Where would you be at today? Just think about it. You have to think like these companies where they're thinking ahead. They're thinking ahead and thinking in the future. So you have to think the same way. From there, this is a mental game. 90% of the key to success in network marketing is all mental. Most people think it's the physical. It's really the mental, because every single day that you wake up, you have to have the mindset of, I have to improve my mental game. Instead of just working your body out, why not work your mind out? Why not read a book? See, what I got excited about before ACN, I never read books, because guess what? I wasn't excited about just going to school and just doing something just to make my family happy. But when I decided to do something that truly made me happy and really helped my family out, it changed my life forever. Now I read books every single day. But you got to understand that people always question our industry, our business model, point out the ratio of people that fail, and their ignorant assessment stems from them not knowing how to evaluate the business model in the first place. So most of the time, the response you're going to hear about our business in a negative form from ignorant people is from the point that they don't even understand what we do. And then they think that 90% of the people that fail in this business is designed that way. Where in fact, network marketing model is designed for everyone to win. But only 10 to 20% of the people actually stay the course to see it through. But it's not just network marketing. It's with anything. It's with real estate. And I'm going to talk about that right now because we're just like real estate. And guess what? People, they don't attack the real estate brokerage industry, do they? But the real estate industry, they recruit. They get a percentage when someone sells a home. But guess what? I also know that 90% of the people who get involved in real estate and get their license, they never sell at least one house. Should the broker not keep recruiting more agents because 90% of the people, they never sell one house? Why doesn't the public get outraged about that? That same business model. The broker makes an override on all agents they recruit on their sales. But those agents consistently churn and quit. So the agents don't care, and they already know that most people don't sell a home, but they still focusing on building a big team. It's the same thing in network marketing. Most people quit, most people give up, but guess what? You don't need everybody to win. You only need that 10 to 20% people that have the same type of mindset like you to go out there and make big things happen. Because what I understand is that 3% of the people in the world controls the 97% of the people in the world. So you don't need everybody. You just need a couple people that's like-minded and is going to work on a mission to help you change your life also. And one more very important thing. Don't bring forth your past failures to protect them to your new recruits. There's a lot of people, they probably had failures in their career, and when they get a brand new person, they put that failure onto them. If the last 5 people that you recruited did nothing or quit, you are likely unconsciously convey your lack of belief onto your new recruit. You're going to start talking to them in a quitting type of voice. You're going to start thinking like this, you know what? It's okay if you don't want to do it, The last 5 people said the same thing. And subconsciously, you're not going to believe in what you're doing. And your conversation is not going to be very strong. And if you don't have a strong conversation with people, why would they want to believe you? Why would anybody want to follow somebody with a weak bone? See, you got to have a strong backbone. You got to understand that people will quit. Who cares? You're not looking for everyone, but you have to get through everyone in order to get to the ones that you really need to help you build this business big. And not only is it unfair to them, it will also guarantee that you will kill your chances of winning big in this business. You have to believe in yourself first in order to be successful. You have to drop the word I am and just focus on the word possible. Instead of saying this is impossible, say it is possible. Say everything is possible. You have to change your vocabulary. Remove the word can't. Remove the word don't. Remove the word I can't do this, or it's impossible, or I don't have no chances of doing this. You have to remove, listen, everything starts right here. Whatever you speak into the universe is what you're going to get back. So if you said, listen, nobody want to join my business, guess what? Nobody's going to join your business, or nobody want to listen to me. Nobody's going to listen to you. So if you change your words, you change the way that you speak these things, because guess what? I understand that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So whatever you speak is what you're going to get. If you say, I'm not going to make no money, you're not going to make no money. If you say, I'm going to become successful, I'm going to be one of the youngest senior vice presidents, you will be, because guess what? Since I got involved in this business, since my first journal, I have like 25 different journals. I remember putting out my goal saying that I will be the youngest person at every single position in the company. And since I've been involved in ACN, I've been the youngest one, to get RD in 6 months. The youngest one back in the day was TC, the youngest one, regional vice president. And I'm on track now to being the youngest regional vice president, gold, platinum, and senior vice president. I already had these goals set in place 7 years ago. See, I already knew where I was going before I even made the decision to sign my name on the application. See, most people, they don't know where they're going in life. And the reason why, because they're spending too much time around people that don't know where they're going in life. So if you change the people that you're hanging around, you will change your mindset, because I know for a fact that the people I was hanging around before I got involved in business, they're still doing the same things with the same mindset and the same lifestyle. And I don't want that for me and my family. And what is the system, right? So people ask me all the time, what is the system, right? The system is, so let's say, right, you decide to join your business, right? You fill out the application, you invested your money, now what? Well, it's time to get started, or maybe it's time to start over from scratch. But what is the difference between starting and launching your business? And this is so simple, but powerful when understood. See, the difference is slow versus fast. And it's an important fact to note that this business is way easier and more effective to build fast than it is to build slow. This is a momentum business. The faster you build it, the easier it is to create and maintain that momentum. So let's explore, right? So you want to think of yourself as starting a business, right? You're starting the race line, right? So just imagine, right? What if you had the bunny racing against a rocket? Who do you think is going to win? The bunny that's about to start the race, or a rocket that launches and go thousands of miles per hour out of the universe? And the reason why I love that, because I got involved in ACN. I launched my business. I didn't start a business. I launched. And the reason why I launched, because I understood that if you launch something, it's going to go way faster than if you start anything. Just think about it, right? You start a car, in the morning. It's going to take a little while for the car to get started up if it's cold outside and things like that. But if you get a rocket, it don't matter what the weather is outside. The rocket is going to take off. It's not going to take any time, to warm up or anything like that. So the business is the same way. Your goal is to present your opportunity to 20 people. And which of the following strategies is best, right? Let's say, for example, right? You got 20 people in one day to see the business, right? But let me give you an example, right? Let's say you sat down and you present to each of those 20 people over 20 days, and you invite all 20 people to 1 hour presentation in one day. So of course, everyone is gonna say, I'd rather do number two. I'd rather get 20 people on one call, 1 hour presentation in one day, compared to talking to one person for the next 20 days. And me, what I've been able to do is I've been able to master a presentation, including the video, of under 15 minutes. So it's not going to take me an hour. And if it's taking you an hour or it's taking you 30 minutes to do a presentation, you're talking too much. And that's probably why you're not having the success that you're talking, because you're probably talking people out of the business instead of just getting the information to them and sorting right away. So of course, everyone's going to choose number two. Why? Because it's going to save you 19 hours of your time through leverage. You can compress your time frame so you can make more money faster, which includes a better story. Meaning that when people get involved in a business and they make money fast, the story sounds better. That's why people love my story. Why? Because I got involved in this business and I made a lot of money. It has been better and better and better ever since then. You also get a chance to create the synergy by building in waves of people, meaning that you're building in groups of people. People work together and they work better as a unit. You are teaching leverage to those you recruit in the process, and your business will grow exponentially instead of by additional over time, meaning that your business is just going to grow. Your business is not just going to grow one at a time. Your business is going to just take off because now you have a system in place. Now you have leverage income. From there, you also want to have the mindset that if you launch your business, you spend less time, but you earn more money. You set in motion a ripple effect that will multiply these results and help you become a top earner in your company. And what you do duplicates. Normally, people don't understand that everything that you do in this business, you're teaching your people to do the same thing. So if you start your business slow, so will your team. If you launch your business slow, so will your team. Half of the training of your new team already happens in the process of you signing them up, because guess what? How you sign them up is how they're going to sign people up. What they see that you do with them is what they're going to do with their prospect. So you got to understand that everything that you do, you want to have a system in place. So when I get people starting a business, I create a system. I don't make it that I'm just this great person and I'm doing things my way. I make it about the system, and then I point them to, hey, listen, you need to get the book. You need to get this book. And I'm going to show you guys the book one more time. For the people that don't understand that, if you're not reading, if you're not growing, if you're not learning about this industry, how will you get to the top? This is the Network Marketing Bible. I keep telling people about it. I keep posting about it. I don't know what more people want from me, but I'm giving you everything that you need to learn. It's all in the book. Listen, if you don't pick up a book, you're going to stay stuck where you're at, because my mentor told me that everything that you need to know in life is in a book. Somebody written down. Somebody been through it before. So if you go through these books, you can get all the information that you need. And a good example of starting your business versus launching it will be like a plane getting off the runway, right? Let's say, right, this plane is getting ready to take off. This plane is getting ready to leave from LA to New York, right? And at the end of a 2,000 feet of the runway, there's a patch of trees, and the plane needs to lift and get over those trees. So let's just say the plane go about 25%. Will it make it? No. 50%? No. 70%? No. The plane has to be 100%. And only at 100% will that plane get off the ground and get into the sky. And once it's up to a cruising altitude, then will the pilot throttle back and say 50%. If not, the fuel will not last. So yes, you can go fast, you can go fast, you can go fast, but you also have to get to an altitude where you can cruise, where you can save the gas, where you don't get burnt out. And as you can see, a plane, it needs that to go all out on that journey, but it cannot continue at that pace forever. So yes, the plane uses about 50% of its fuel just getting up to the sky, but from that point on, it can cruise and get to any destination. And guess what? Your business, it does not need to keep going at that fast pace forever, with having you be in control of everything. Because if you get your business to a cruising altitude and you have leaders in place, guess what happened? Your team now is going to help you get to your destination because you're not doing everything on your own. So let's talk about momentum. It's hard to get, but it's easy to lose. So just think about it, right? As you see at the bottom right of the screen, there's the guy with the money bag, and he's shooting all the way up to the top. And then right above him is an airplane. It's the same way. Once a plane gets in cruising altitude, it can also continue to go higher up if it needs to. But it's best to understand when you think about a plane in cruise mode, much energy / fuel was spent getting the plane in the fight. But once flying, it takes less fuel to get to your destination. Your network marketing business will be the same way. A sudden burst of consistent energy will launch you, and then applying a constant but lesser effort will sustain your growth and your income. And you can surely add a new burst of energy to go to new levels. Meaning that once you get to that momentum, when you get to that point, you can also take your life and your business to another level. Why? Because you already have a system that's working for you. You already got up to a cruising altitude, but most people haven't even got off of the ground yet. So first step is have to get off of the ground, launch your business. You could have been involved in ACN for 10 years, 5 years. You can relaunch your business today. You can make a new list and get 20 people on one call. Create a new system in your business and stop building your business from a people-driven mindset and build your business from a system-driven mindset. That has been the only difference from the way I've built my business the past 7 years compared to how everybody else that had a bunch of questions on how to build their business. And I learned that from my mentor. He owned 5 real estate companies, and he always ran with us and had us work the same way that he worked his real estate company, making calls, power hours, getting together with the team, scheduling things. I literally built my business like I was, building a real estate company. And the reason why, like I said, my mentor owns 5 real estate companies. So I already learned those systems. But when I really got into the books, I said, you know what? There's no difference between real estate and network marketing. They selling homes, we selling services. But we can agree that you can do both together and you can double dip. So the fact that you can bring 2 big industries, where I learned that the 2 top industries in the entire world where most successful people come from, there's real estate and there's network marketing. So you tie those 2 together, do you understand that you are unstoppable? So from there, you want to be system driven, meaning that you don't want to be people driven. You don't want everything have to happen if you're there. Every presentation have to get done if you're there. You want to be system. One thing I know for sure is that every network marketer that I've watched fall short of success, it is because they did not follow the system. And I have witnessed some make it to the top only to fall from there by ceasing to what got them there. Meaning that the biggest key to success in network marketing is committing 100% to the system. I never said 100% to the service, 100% to your mentor, 100% to the co-founders, 100% to the system. There's a system in place in our industry, not just our company, but our industry, that if you follow and you study the industry. See, most people just study the business. They study the business at the end, but they don't study the great. They don't study people like Jim Rohn, people that have been involved in this industry 50, 60 years. Network marketing have been involved for 100+ years. And honestly, network marketing been around since the beginning of time. Why? Because word of mouth marketing. Just think about it back in the day, 200 years ago, when someone, needed their clothes fixed. They didn't go on the internet. They asked, who do you know that fix clothes? And they went to them. Or someone needed plumbing. So someone did plumbing. They talked about it. Just think about back in the day, everything was word of mouth. We was already doing network marketing, but we wasn't getting paid for it. So network marketers who build a massive organization, they learned the distinction between a system-driven versus people-driven. So if you want to be successful, you need to create a system-driven business. And I'm going to be going into that in more details next week. We're going to be having a call with some of the top money earners, and it's going to be really, really big. But I'm going to be talking about how to be a builder, you know, how to have a system-driven business. I'm going to go into way more details. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of the information right now. And from there, you don't want to be a people-driven business. And the reason why, because when you are a people-driven, it means that everything hinges in your involvement. Meetings only happen when you host them. Presentations only happen when you present. Your downline only get trained when you train them. That sounds like a treadmill to me, and that sounds like a job. And me personally, I don't want to work a job. That's why I got involved in the ACN. I wanted my time. I wanted some freedom. I wanted to be able to make money, and I just wanted to just be free. I didn't want to be stuck somewhere where I didn't like just to pay bills. So I understood that in order for me to do that, I have to build a system-driven business, not a people-driven business. And when I say system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. And we can agree that those are things that we have and we really can't replace much of. Yeah, you can get more money, but you can barely replace your energy after someone drains it. You probably don't want to deal with that person again. And time is something that you can't get back. So system-driven means that imagine that you started your business because you wanted to ultimately freedom and not another job. So the only way to achieve, you know, true time freedom lies in the fact that this business must be built, you know, to rely on a system and not you. You must develop a system-driven philosophy. Everything must be scalable, meaning that it can be copied and duplicated by the masses. And if it can't be copied or duplicated, then what you're doing is not working. You don't want to build a people-driven business. You want to build a system-driven business. It's all about building a system. And that is all I have for you guys today. So hopefully I was able to share some information to teach you guys how to go from building a people-driven business to a system-driven business. So that way now you have things running in your business without you always having to be there. That's the fun part of network marketing. The fun part is not doing 20, 30 meetings a day and you feel as though you have another job. You got involved in this business to create time freedom. You didn't get involved in this business to create another job, but the only way that will happen if you build a system-driven business. If you continue to build a people-driven business, you are going to feel like you're a hamster on the wheel and you're going to feel like you're having another job. And you're not going to want to continue to do this over a long period of time because it's going to become draining. You're going to get tired. And once you get tired and when you get unmotivated, you're just not going to feel excited about ACN. And that's the only reason why today I still love this business, because I have a team that's in place where I can travel, I can be back and forth, I can do what I want to do, and I can help my team, but everything is not dependent on me. But you want to be a person where your mentors can depend on you, meaning that if your mentors, you know, might need you to do a call, they automatically know, I can call this person and they're going to handle it. That's how I feel about my mentors. They can call me 30 minutes and say, listen, I need you to do this presentation. And they know for a fact it's going to get done to the T and they don't have to worry about anything. You have to think of yourself the same way. How do your mentors feel about you running your business? Can your mentors trust you 100% to run your business? Because that's how my mentors is with me. They don't call me like, hey, what are you doing? You know, is your business going good today? They see it because they see my team working. They don't care about if I'm just working. They calling my leaders up because guess what? I have people now in my business that I have a guy, he's 21 years old. He just graduated college. He's like 70 points away from RD. He'll be getting promoted to RD. We promoted 4 RDs in the past 90 days. And I had zero involvement in it. Zero. I barely even know the guy. Every time I call his phone, he never answered. But I don't care. Guess what? He's getting reps and customers. You want to develop a team where you don't even know everybody. If you still know everybody in your team, then you don't really have a team. You want a team of people where you don't even know them. My leaders have to call me on 3-way with their peoples, and every time I talk to them, it's a weird conversation because I don't even know them, so I have to act like I know them. I had people that got started during the COVID, and they're about to be regional director, but I had people that have been involved for 6 years, and they can't get over 200 points. What's the difference? The person wanted more compared to the people that got involved and got complacent. They didn't have a system-driven business in place. But because of Zoom, you're able to have a system-driven business. It only takes me 13 to 15 minutes to do a presentation from start to finish, and everyone want to sign up after I'm finished. There's zero brown apples. Why? Because I get straight to the point. Either you want to do the business or you want to become a customer. There's no in between. I'm straight to the point. I don't have time for nonsense. But I will listen to people. And I also make sure that I have the clothes. Hey, what did you like best? And whatever they said that they like best, I just go for it. And then from there, I just hit them with the clothes. So whatever they said, I have a clothes already ready for it. I pull it up on my phone or I pull it up on the screen and I hit them every time. And then every time that I do that and my leaders see it and they see that it worked, they're like, man, everything that you're telling me, it works. Why? Because I'm not just thinking of things in my mind. I'm building an empire and I'm searching for the information that's in the book. If somebody spent time and energy and money to put the information there for you, why would you waste your time trying to figure out how to do it yourself instead of just pick up a book, spend 30 minutes a day and learn the system. I just started reading this book. This is a new next level version. I've been reading this same book since 5-6 years ago. I've been reading the book Go Pro. And I remember reading the book Go Pro. It said it takes about 10,000 hours to be successful. It says that if you do that for 7 years, if you put your head down for 7 years straight, you will become a professional. You will get to the top of what you're doing. So what I did was I said, you know what? 7 years straight, I'm not going to put my head down. And guess what? My 7 years coming up in 2 weeks and business is booming. And it's only going to get better and better from this point on. Why? Because I put my head down. I learned the system. I didn't run away from the problems. I learned the lessons early on. I had people that quit. I had people that stuck around. I had people that said they're going to be there with me throughout the journey. I had best friends that said, you know what? We're going to blow this up. I look left. I look right. I haven't got a call from them in months or years. So guess what? I realized that it's going to take me to make this happen. I can't rely on my upline. I can't rely on my downline. I can't rely on anybody else to continue to have the mindset of building an empire just like me, because guess what? No one is going to be as hungry as me. No one is going to be as hardworking as me. And that's the mindset that you got to have. Because if you don't have that mindset, how can you have other people to have that mindset? If you're not hungry, how do you expect to duplicate that hungry? Just think about it, right? If you're not fired up, how can you expect other people in your team to be fired up? Everything that you do, that energy is being transferred to your team. So if you're a draining person, if you're unmotivated, if you're not a happy person, no one's going to want to do business with you. I remember when I got involved in the business, and I think about 3 years ago, I told myself, I'm not eating meat no more. And literally, my entire team all started going vegan. But guess what? Everyone didn't start eating meat. But it was literally like, I remember I used to have cookouts, and then my mom used to come there, and she'd be like, none of y'all eat meat? A couple months ago, y'all was at the house eating all of the grilled food and all of the burgers and everything like that. But once I start eating meat, my team start eating meat. So you think about it, right? Your people is going to duplicate what you do. So if you duplicate great behaviors, they're going to duplicate great behaviors. And that's some of the reasons why, if you change your habits, it's not just about making money. If you change your habit, you change what you eat. If you eat junk, you're only going to think junk thoughts. You're going to produce junk thoughts, and you're not going to have no energy. No one is going to follow after people that don't have what they want. Listen, think about it, right? Would you listen to a fat person about losing weight or about being healthy? No. Would you listen to a broke person about making money? No. So you have to put yourself in a position to be the example so that people can follow after you. People don't want to listen to you if you've never done anything big, if you never had no type of success. So stop preaching to people about it. Go make it happen. And from you making it happen, people will respect what you say because they understand that you went through it, you went through the fire, you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, you've been able to do big things, and from that point on, they will listen to you. But other than that, you got to go through the fire, you got to go through the dirt. My mentor told me doing ASIN is like going through a dump truck. You got to go through the dump to find the gold. Just think about a person searching for gold. They got to go through tons and tons of rocks and dirt, but guess what? Once you find that gold, listen, you can find a nice piece of gold that can change your family forever. And it's the same way in ASIN. We're just digging for gold. And those gold are people that's like-minded, ambitious, and want to do amazing things for their family. And guess what? That's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully I was able to share some information that was able to inspire you guys to go out there and just build a big business big and just get that book. If I can tell you anything, just purchase the book. It's $15. Purchase the book and just go through it. I promise you, I'm going to give you the tools. I'm not going to give you money. I'm not going to give you everything else, but I will give you the tools to go out there and make it happen. I see everyone on the call been paying attention and have been going out there, getting the book and digging deep in the book. And guess what? You are going to have now the system and the blueprint that you can go out there and share with your friends and your family. You don't need a handout. You just need the tools. And if you have the tools, then you can go out there and make it happen for the rest of your life. So I thank you guys for being on the call today. And I just look forward to being back again next week.
Mr. Cooper, as you can see, I got Academy Award for opening up the war chest of just understanding what people need to hear from a young whippersnapper at the ripe age of 27, preaching and teaching to people who, some of them on the line twice your age, but here again, if they would just follow what you say, dig your nose in the book. Here's an Academy Award for having over 25 journals. What did Jim Rohn say? I played it the other day. Some people on this call, I'm telling you, even RDs, they're listening, but they didn't even take notes. No journals. No journals. You are 25 journals. I took that down. I said, oh, that's a good one. Because why? People don't understand. You got to go regurgitate it back through the journals. Power Hour, Monday, 6 o'clock. We have a Power Hour. He's giving you guys, and some of you don't even get on any of the Power Hours. I love it. 13-minute presentations. That's all it takes. If you're saying more than that, you're saying too much. My God, that's powerful. System driven. I love that part. If you're doing all the work, you don't have a team. So you got to create a system, the ACN system, and have a team. You know, when you start out, you don't know everybody on your team. I'm like, yeah, I don't. But then again, if you know everybody on your team, you don't have a big enough team. Take 30 minutes a day to dig into the book or any book to learn the traits that you need to become successful. Here on my desk, I got 26 books right here. 26. That's just right here in this room. That's not in the living room or dining room. And that's not included in the other areas of my house. My whole house is a library. I got books everywhere. That's what I'm talking about. Folks, I'm here to tell you, now I can take my seatbelt off. Look, I had to put my seatbelt on because he was so powerful. Top of my books over my desk here is what? GoPro. Mr. Cooper just talked about it. Dig in. My superstars know. My ETL circle know about that book, GoPro. So should the rest of you. Because why? Principles don't change. Principles don't change. Wow. All I can say, folks, you got an earful. I can't wait till next week. And you got to have that ant mentality. You got to work through it. Man, I love it. A lot of these things are re-hearing again, but I love it. And I want to, can we show Mr. Cooper some love? Let's show him some love. My Lord, what a great, great, great time. Man, 27, I mean, think about it. 27 with that maturity level. Starting at 20. He's on track to be the youngest platinum RVP, on track, SVP, on track, circle. I mean, he's on track. And you know why he's on track? Because he dug into the knowledge and then implemented. Folks, I want to thank you all for being on the call today. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back with Mr. Dean Torelli. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Ms. Ismail will be doing the 1 through 10 tonight on her number. Mr. Bree Clemens, you want to get that up real quick? And let's give Mr. Cooper one more time. Come on, we got it. Come on, let's show it to him. There you go. Come on, let's give it up. Let's give it up. Wow, exciting. Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Excellent. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is great. This is great. He'll be back with us every Wednesday in the month of October. I can't wait to hear what next week's going to be about. So, folks, don't be hearers of the word, but be doers of what you got. And change your level of your pen. There to the left is our October calendar. Tonight at 6 o'clock to the right, that beautiful lady, 2020 reset, the Amazon of services. And also tonight, there's a number. 897-5213-1877 tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Coast time. Bring everybody and get them on to see the opportunity and follow back up with them. The money's always in what Jim Rohn say, the follow-up. Saturday training was by Jim Rohn, the 3 things. And it's so Mr. Cooper just, wow, he just iterated the same thing we talked about on Saturday. There's nothing new. But the question is, what are you going to do with the information? And as he said from the Bible, don't be hearers of the word, but also be doers. Come on, Miss Belinda, you heard what he said. That's right, but the doers. Right, Mr. Darrell Hanson, Mr. Ranson, that's right, doers. So, folks, I want to thank you all. What a wonderful time we had today. A lot of great stuff. I don't know about you, but I was taking pictures of all the material you had because I'm going to go back. Did you do it too, Miss Belinda? See, that's what other people is looking. You should have took a snapshot and go back and regurgitate it, folks. If not, go back to the channel, Destiny International, and pull it off and look at it and send it out to people. I tell you what I did last week. I sent 101 of the last weeks of him, 101 out last week in 3 days. It took me 3 days to send out 101 of last week's because you know what I used it for? I use that to prospect people who've never seen ACN. I send it to people who've all seen ACN because I just want to get the feedback. I just want to what they got to say. People never seen before, they go, so what are you doing? What kind of business is that at? The ones that have seen it before, I never saw it, that's great. So what are you doing with the information? Send it out, send it out, send it out, send it out. A lot of you guys got it from me last week. And I turned around to some of you guys, oh, I need to send this out to people. Yeah, start thinking outside the box. That's what makes Mr. Cooper who he is. And I know he's got to run. He just got there to Houston, Texas. He wants to spend time with his son. He's probably got him somewhere quiet so he can get on this call today for us. But Mr. Cooper, thank you so much, sir. We'll see you next Wednesday. Same bad time, same bad channel. We thank you for your time. You look handsome, debonair. And man, at 27 years old, ladies, gentlemen, that's amazing. Can you imagine the team he's having putting in place? Don't even know all the people on his team. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, everybody, have a blessed day. Remember, go out and talk to somebody, share the opportunity. And like he said, 20 people. Why not you? God bless. Goodbye.